Hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to make a few more masturbation jokes down in the mysterious moors and murky mires of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. And you're probably saying right now, masturbation jokes, Pete? Really? That's what you're gonna stoop to? Just because you spent all last episode punishing, pummeling, and pounding the unstable flesh doesn't mean you have to go full lowest common denominator, man. It seems like the better move would be to try and thwart expectations a little, Pete. Go for, I don't know, a joke about Zach Galifianakis' wedding night, or maybe a Tom Sizemore sex tape crack. Something about how his beer gut got all wiggly and wobbly as he slapped a few pounds of unstable flesh against that bored-looking call girl. Huh? How can you resist that, Pete? It's great. It's not only lowbrow, it's dated pop culture lowbrow. That's exactly the sort of low-hanging fruit you were born to pick, man. And if you said that, you wouldn't be wrong. You wouldn't be wrong. The Tom Sizemore thing would have been funny, and now you've already stepped all over it, though. See, I can't use it now. If I go there now, I'm just stealing some other, admittedly hypothetical person's material, which does still leave me one step ahead of Dane Cook, but that's not where anybody wants to be. Nobody wants to be a single step ahead of Dane Cook. That's a single step away from rock bottom. So, you know what? Let's just forget the whole thing, Tom Sizemore and masturbation included, or especially if those things are included, because if those two things go hand in hand, I don't want to know about it. I don't want to see Tom Sizemore take himself in his hand. I don't want to ever have to watch Sergeant Horvath jerking it. I just don't. So let's head down to the dungeon and just scrap the whole thing. Thanks for stealing my thunder there. Maybe I'd have come up with the Tom Sizemore thing, but no, Eager Beaver, you had to go ahead and blow it for me. Stave off sickness by gathering 3 medicines in a champion medium dungeon. We don't even have a bounty hunter. I'm pretty sure our bounty hunter is dead. That's tempting, but I think we have that helmet already, and also no one to put it on. This is like our 45th Candle of Life. Forgive me if I pass on that. It's like our 9th restraining padlock. This, however, is something I would never wear. So, you know what? I was really excited for a moment and then actually looked at it and saw that it was a low light item and immediately realized my mistake. Legendary bracers, though, I am a fan of. They're real good. 20% damage for a minor speed penalty and a little aggravated stress damage. That's very, very tempting. As tempting as that cocaine off that hooker's ass was to Tom Sizemore, and we all know he couldn't resist it. If Tom Sizemore can't resist it, how am I supposed to resist? Ooh, hold on a second. The Ancestor's Code is fantastic. But it's in a long champion dungeon. Do we have the soup for a long champion dungeon? I don't feel like we've got the soup for it. That's definitely gonna require like a clam chowder level soup. And we're looking at maybe, I don't know, cheese soup at best, but even probably something less good than cheese soup. Maybe like a cream of mushroom level soup is all we got. We don't have the soup for it. I really like that item. 15 dodge is huge. That 15 dodge item would go fantastic on our man-at-arms. It really would. I don't think we can do it, though. So, what else? What is this? We already have, like, 2 of those. The Berserk Charm is good, don't get me wrong. I think we may be selecting a mission here based on rewards. We do need portraits. We need portraits. We also need deeds, though. And staving off sickness gives us 9 deeds. So does the Candle of Life. Crests, those we'll find. I'm not ever going to try and seek quests. We'll come across those naturally. Which one of these has the most gold? They're all the same. I really don't want to go down on the wheel, though. We've got the most progress in the wheel. We're 60% of the way to the boss. Only 20% of the way to the boss here. And 5 portraits is actually not terrible. And we don't have a Hell's Hairpin. I'm unlikely to ever wear it, but it would at least add to our collection. It's complete 100% of room battles, though. Which almost invariably means do the entire dungeon. Is that the way we... You know what? It's the way we want to go. Let's do this. All right, team. Who's it gonna be? Who wants to go tangle with this champion level dungeon? Who wants to? Wade Wilson, I know you're up for it. You got the rabies. You're ready to rock. Wade Wilson, then. I think we forego Mercedes Knight. Silver Sable, how you feeling, girl? Pick to the face, always strong. Flashing dagger's good. Shadow Fade, good. Thrown dagger, good. Poison darts, if we're going to have you run out of the second slot, I do like poison darts, but it's definitely not a second slot ability. That seems more like a shadow fade. Let's do it. Silver Sable, you're our go-to girl. Who's backing her up? We're going into the Warrens. Would we rather have Blight or Bleed? I think Blight in the Warrens would be... Neither one is going to be good, actually. The Weald is where all the fungus men live. Let's go Pamela Isley, just because I love some Poison Ivy. I can't help it. I love my Poison Ivy. I mean, I literally can't help but love Poison Ivy because she's using those hypnotic spores on me. I don't have a choice in the matter. This is a named group, the Strays. Oh, great. This just means they're going to start a band now. Well, we're like the Strokes, except, you know, we clevered it up and we're the Strays. No, you're not clever at all. There's nothing clever about the Strays. I mean, the Stray Cats have been a band forever. You can't also be the Strays. We can have a lot of stray animals just walking around here. The music community simply won't abide it. Jean Grey, you would need at least level 4 armor. We've got the cash for it. Wade, you're souped up. Pamela Isley, you're souped up. Silver Sable, you're souped up. So what I'm thinking we may want to do is hit the old survivalist. What about this? We haven't really looked at camping skills at all, and we have some very shitty ones. Encourage, Chant, and Sanctuary. Those are all pretty reasonable. Pray is okay. Bless is quite good. Let's take Bless. Everybody's going in with 4 camping skills. We're going to make sure that at least everybody has the maximum number of camping skills. Let the Mask Down is pretty good. We also have Quarantine. Reflection is also pretty good. I think we just go with, let's not buck the odds here. Encourage is sort of what we need. I love having directable stress reduction. Pamela Isley, what can you do? Medicate. Reduce stress by 10, heal 20%. Not terrible. Experimental Vapors. Also not terrible. Pep Talk. Not fantastic. Let's just do Encourage. Again, it's really hard for me to, as far as not having Encourage, to take any skill over Encourage. With the exception of Gallows Humor, because it's friggin' amazing. Yeah, we're going to go Gallows Humor. That ability is just, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. So that's the team then. We got them. Let's get provision. Hey, Pete, don't forget trinkets, you're saying right to yourself right about now. And for once, rather than stepping all over my whole joke there and forcing me to make a Dane Cook reference, with which I was not happy, by the way. You kind of screwed me at the beginning of the episode, but you interrupting me to remind me to bring trinkets, you know what? You get some bygones. I'll forgive you for your earlier flub. Thanks for letting me not go into a level 5 dungeon trinketless. I appreciate it. How do we want to handle the trinkets, though, is going to be the more important question. Bonus heals received for Wade Wilson is not terrible and also thematically appropriate. I do like the recovery charm. We are going to have a high light run working here. Focus ring, bonus accuracy is good for Wade. Bonus critical is good for Wade. I don't really care about his dodge because it's already in the toilet. And he does have the rabies, so that seems like a respectable trade. I think we can endure that. Book of Sanity, not terrible. I would love to have somebody toting the Ancestors map in this one. Silver Sable maybe totes the Ancestors map. No, we want a buff for damage. What are we going to give you? We got to give you something here, Wade. What do you want? Isn't there a... You have a pretty good leper-only armlet, right? Isn't there like yeah, the leper. Its accuracy, isn't that exactly the same thing? It's by and large the same thing. I don't think we need to double up on the leper's armlet. We're pretty well covered. Really, what I'd like is just some... you know what, Wilson? Somebody's got to carry the map. I want to take the map in. You're going to be the guy carrying the map. Your plus 10 stress damage is not fantastic in a trap disarm. No, that's so much better on Silver Sable. Dismas's head, then, maybe? The Book of Rage is interesting. Where's that Berserk Charm? Maybe we just give him the Berserk Charm. Where are my Berserk Charms? Don't I have like 17 of them? Hold on a second here, Darkest Dungeon. What are you trying to pull? I know I've got but there they are. Okay, I was going to say, I know I got a bunch of Berserk Charms. I'm going to go with the Berserk Charm. Let's try it out. All right, that means Silver Sable, you have to take the Ancestors map. I'm sorry to do that to you, but it's got to be done. I'm also going to give you Junior Batman, or rather, Senior Batman's head. Let's get you sorted. Blasphemous Vial and just our little Plague Juice Vial. That's one thing I do love about good old Poison Ivy. She's so simple to get geared up. These two things, both fantastic. We just, you put them on and she goes. That's how it rolls. Put them on and go. That's, you know, it's also the same motto that Poison Ivy uses with her leaves. She's just like, oh, I'll just put them on and go. That's the great thing about having sort of plant-based clothing. You don't really have to maintain it or wash it, and you just toss them on, let them wrap themselves around you, because they want to touch these goods, am I right? You just put them on and go. The Sacred Scroll is real good. We're going to take the Sacred Scroll. I think we just go for maybe the Book of Holiness, or do we go for more plus healing? I'm always a little torn here. Usually I go for the plus healing, and I think this is going to be no exception. We're just going to go for the plus healing here as well. Are we good then, team? All right, we good. Trinkets are sorted. Let's get down to the old provision rack. We do have a medium-length mission, but I'm going to assume this is going to be a little bit longer than what I'm expecting, given the fact that we're going to have to complete 100% of rune battles. Let's not go crazy insane with the provisions, but we do want to make sure we've got adequate supplies. I think 2 full stacks of food is going to be the right move here, and we will take just a single key, and we're saving this single key in the event that we run across a secret room. That's going to be for secret rooms and secret rooms only. All we need then is torches. I'm thinking 2 full stacks will be sufficient, and we are good to roll. All right, team. Medium length, champion mission. Let's do this. 100% of rune battles. You guys are going to be in the shit, man. You got to pull this together. Wade Wilson, I'm expecting some top-notch cracks from you. And, you know, don't have TJ Thine here to be your sidekick. Is it TJ Thine? What's that guy's name? I forget. It's TJ something.
They breed quickly down there in the dark.
See, that was a great opportunity, Wade Wilson, to you could have made a dick joke, but you're just sitting there silent. You're supposed to be the merc with the mouth, yet you never open your mouth. Poison Ivy's not afraid to talk. Oh, sure, you greedy mercenary heart of yours. The first thing he sees, oh, is that cash I see? Well, I'll just take that then. You didn't steal it, so I suppose that's all right. Wade Wilson, say what you want. He may be a mercenary and have mercenary sensibilities, but he is a mercenary with the heart of gold. He was willing to give that money to, a blind crackhead. Crackheads got to buy crack, and if you're blind, it's tough to come by cash. Crackheads need crack, too. Do we have room battles in both of these rooms? Fantastic. Well, we're going to be doing some early backtracking then. That's quality dungeon layout there. Oh, sorry, guys. Walked right past that. That crate is empty. So we got a hallway battle, a room battle, and then whatever it takes to get us up to there as well. Are we below 75? Not yet. We are just in time for the fight. Fantastic. Vomitous Pig Dog is back there. Hugely blight resistant is Vomitous Pig Dog. This guy is less blight resistant. Let's go ahead and whack the ghoul. Whacking the ghoul also would be a great masturbation reference. You know what, Vomit Sorority Girl Pig? If you want to give somebody a disease, Pamela Isley is the right target for that disease, because she'll just fix it. Meanwhile, how about a knife in the heart? Well, I mean, probably didn't quite connect with the heart, but that's definitely like a strong knife to the sternum. You've got some rib damage working there. Little skull toss coming Jean Grey's way. Telekinetic powers apparently not sufficient for dodging that. On the plus side, Jean does need to heal. We can use herself. Well, never mind. I was going to say we could use her ability to do damage and heal herself to get some good mileage. Didn't quite work. Silver Sable finished what she started, throwing one knife into the hilt of the other knife to make sure that it did find and penetrate the heart. Double blight for our ghoul friend, who's now taking 10 a turn. That howl's problematic. You got a disease from... Okay, what does the worries do specifically? It's goddamn atrocious. That's what it does. It is a straight-up abominable atrocity. That's not good. It's going to make it very difficult to manage Wade's stress. Are you shitting me, Jean Grey, twice in a row with the dodge? What is this pathetic crap? I'll just throw a heal at you from Pamela Isley. At least somebody's pulling their damn weight here. That somebody, by the way, is Silver Sable. Pick to the face. We're going to have some serious stress problems here for Wade Wilson. And again, someone as crazy as Wade really shouldn't be having stress difficulties. I'm beginning to question your chops here, Wilson. Slap your bloody palm in a volleyball. I think you'd be doing more use for us. Oh, goody, we surprised the enemy. My favorite thing, because it's only going to wind up getting us killed. Well, we can't have any kind of stress attacks coming our way, so we're going to concentrate all fire on the Super Pig Destroyer back here. Make sure that guy goes down if possible. Decimated. Solid work. Okay, Wade Wilson, I was wrong to doubt you. Jean Grey finally manages to connect and get a little self-healing working as well. So the surprise did get us 2 kills, but You got another disease? Nope, just a shitload of stress for getting critical. Okay. You got diseased. We're gonna try and fix that. If we can. And the odds are pretty strong that we can. Solid damage. That guy is gonna die, so we have nothing to worry about. Let's clear that off of Silver Sable, get rid of that blight. I think we're just, well, never mind. I was gonna have, yeah, okay. It's fantastic. You know, I was gonna have Jean Grey throw a little group heal here and try and make sure everybody was in tip-top fighting shape, but clearly I'm not gonna do that. The Manslayer's Ring is respectable. Do I want to throw something on the ground for it, though? Why do you even buy bandages? I often wonder why I even buy bandages. I never, ever use them, ever. We're definitely going to throw some of this on the makeshift dining table, if only to get ourselves some food to just immediately eat and buff up our health totals. Everybody's going to gorge here. That's right. Everybody get in there and binge. You can purge later. It's fine. You don't have to purge on camera. Wade, I know you're worried about your delicate waistline. Marina Baccarin's not going to love you if you get all chunky. There's what we were hoping for. There's our secret door. We still got a lot of room battling to do, though. I'm not hugely enthused by that. 70% to disarm, not good. 95, not great. We're going to take the 95 because this is guaranteed stress reduction, and more importantly, not added stress. I was thinking about having Wade do it, but then it crossed my mind, what if he fails on that 30% roll? He's going to get like 8 trillion stress. That would be bad. Secret compartment contains great treasures. Well, it contains 7,500 gold that we now have to find a way to get out of the dungeon. I don't want to abandon those sapphires. I'm thinking a Manslayer's Ring's going the way of the dodo. I picked it up, but I'm not going to be able to hang on to it. Citrine is likewise also gone. Alright, let's get out of here, guys. Guys, can we leave now? There we go. Continue on. Wade, check out the sack. Oh, sorry, Silver Sable apparently is doing our sack inspecting now. That's fine. I don't care who inspects my sack. I mean, if I had to pick from anyone among this group to inspect my sack personally, I'm pretty sure I'd pick Poison Ivy. Although, you know, Sophie Turner as Jean Grey, I might let her inspect my sack. And Ryan Reynolds is no slouch. I might let him inspect my sack, too. Come to think of it, I'd probably let any of these people inspect my sack. I'm just a desperately lonely man. I can't afford to be picky. That was, in fact, an amazing shot from Silver Sable. I am well pleased with that particular critical, because that means we're going to get a cheap kill on Johnny's stress unit back there. Or we could accidentally stun them instead of murdering them. And I could feel very much not good about that. Well, we can still murder, and we should still... Never mind. Hey, Jean Grey, what's up with your proclivity for just massive whiffs here? What's going on with that? Your boyfriend is the one that is blind. That's all. I'm just throwing that out there. It's not you that's blind. Scott is the blind one. What's going on? How do we want? I think we poisoned Johnny Pig Beast in the back. We could. How stun resistant is that guy? Hugely. I was gonna say we could go for the stun. He's actually also ridiculously blight resistant too. We're not really likely to get either. We can give it a shot. Oh, we got him. Pamela Isley, as always, punching above her weight. A little stress damage for Jean Grey. Could have probably avoided that, Jean, if you could just ever hit with an ability. Boar's Rush for Wade Wilson, no big deal. The Merc with the mouth, gonna stand strong. I was looking forward to have Wade chop up Johnny's sorority girl, but that's not gonna happen now. We're not really hurt enough to need a heal. We can afford to keep having Jean Grey throw lightning bolts from the sky that are just gonna get dodged after dodged after dodge. God damn it, Jean. More blight for the pig. Silver Sable put a knife in her heart because she's the only person we can rely on. More vomit for Wade Wilson. It's the stress that's gonna get Wade. He's getting borderline freak out mode. He gets a little worried. He's got a delicate constant. You've got to be fucking shitting me. Why is that attack just completely unable to hit? I know it says that thing has a penalty to its stun attack, but that shouldn't mean that it also has a penalty to its chance to actually connect with the enemy. More puke, it's just more stress. And hemophilia, because sure, we just catch random diseases from getting vomited on by pigs. Obliterated. Yeah, talk about a little too late, Wade. You've mastered that one. Or blight for the pig, I guess. Like the pig, then don't drink its blood because it has trichinosis. Ouch.
Or the slightest lapse.
Well, that's awful. We definitely need to... Okay. How much health do you even have? That was largely half of your life in a single shot. I mean, we're going to get it back. I'm not too worried about it. Pick to the face for you because Silver Sable can't do anything really here to help us out except damage. That's unfortunate because I was hoping we could have another cure thrown your way, but I guess we'll throw it at Johnny Pigboy instead, who finally resisted one. You can't hit with a goddamn spell. We might as well have you healing back there, Gene.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
You know, Mr. Narrator, you may be overselling. I'm not really sure this is a turning point. Or if it is a turning point, it may be a turning point for the worse. I don't want to get rid of my medicinal herbs. I don't want to get rid of any of my shovels. I might throw that solar crown on the ground, but I don't really care about the emerald, the onyx, or the citrine. It's the crests I'm more concerned about than anything, because we need so damned many of them. Gotta get rid of something if you want those crests beat. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not throwing the puzzling trapezohedrons on the ground. They're just too valuable. That's 2,000 gold, man. Just, all right, solar crown. Adios. Take my crest. This stuff stays on the ground. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe we shouldn't camp just to get our stress under control. In fact, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. How much more fighting have I got? We could theoretically avoid this hallway battle just by deacon down south. We could go down south. We could take the south road. I think we've got enough juice for one more fight. Don't touch the books. No fucking way. Nope, just keep on walking, guys. Don't even think about touching the shambler stick. We are so not doing that right now. No sirree, Bob. Everyone will be afflicted and dead. Well, Silver Sable beat him on a speed roll, and then he dodged anyway. Damn it, now we may not be able to kill him at all. I hate Doomsayers, because we've got a serious stress problem. 2 Doomsays, and Wade Wilson is in Freakout City. He's basically in Freakout City right now. He can take 10. We have got to kill and or stun that guy. We cannot get hit by another stress attack. Nice dodge from Jean Grey. Apparently she's been paying attention to what every enemy has been doing to her all day long. She's like, oh, you can actually get out of the way of attacks. I would have never suspected until the enemy did it to me 35 times in a row. We've got to kill this man. Can't take another stress attack. Thank you, Silver Sable, for saving a life. Probably the life that you saved was not your own. It was more likely Wade Wilson's, but you never know. They always say the life you saved could be your own. It could also equally be Wade Wilson's. Jean Grey, you simply can't be trusted to hit anyone, so I'm just going to let Wade do his talking with his sword here. Comes the big spear. A lot of damage, but no criticals. We can maybe undo that. We undid most of it. Jean Grey, like Cher, she's trying to turn back time. She found a way, too. Hey, Pete, way to drop a pop culture reference to a song that's like 86 years old. When did that come out? Like 1986, roughly? Back when Cher could still pull off wearing a, I don't know, I want to say costume, but that's probably not the right word. Outfit, ensemble. It was made mostly out of electrician's tape. Also, it really had to hurt when she pulled that off her cooter. That's all I'm going to say. You're a brave woman, Cher. I wouldn't have put electrician's tape over my cooter. I mean, even shaved, that's still gonna chafe a little when you peel it away from the skin. You're like ripping off the world's most sensitive Band-Aid. War Blight. Say what you want about Pamela Isley. She's really racking up the damage here. This guy's taking 15 damage per turn. We've got 45 damage on that guy over the next 3 turns. I'd love to have Wade forego his turn, but in order to get a heal off, I was going to have him maybe go for the self-heal, but the problem is we didn't have quite enough Blight, and I didn't trust us to win a speed roll. We totally would have won a speed roll. Well, we can at least get a heal out of Wade this way. It's only 2 points, but 2 points is something. And just throw a knife in his heart. Wow, Silver Sable didn't get him either. That got him, though.
The greater the glory.
Can't even burn that torch. I want these portraits. I want those. The crests we can take. Most of the gold we can get. If we want any of the rest of this stuff, something has got to give. Oh, Ah, those portraits. I need portraits so badly. Alright. Sorry, anti-venom. You gotta go. We have enough ways to cure poison that I'm okay with throwing the anti-venom on the ground. I mean, I don't feel great about it, but I'm okay with it. Getting rid of those medicinal herbs. Not in favor of the gold, surprisingly, but actually in favor of those crests. We need just an absolute ton of crests from here on out. No, we're not doing anything with this bone altar. We're instead going to use this firewood. It's time to camp, because we're in a real bad way.
It's a goal without hope.
So some solid stress relief. Now's when gallows humor is going to come into play. Excuse me? I have... Hey, Pete, you went and bought camping skills and then didn't equip any of them, didn't you? Yep, you sure did that. That's a thing that you absolutely did. God damn it. All right, then. Okay, well, we do have a mortality buff. Let's go ahead and Sanctuary because it prevents nighttime ambush. It would heal you for a ton, but more importantly, buttload of stress relief, which we desperately need. Could have got a chant or a blessing on here, too. We could get 15 more stress relief. You are religious. At a 3-time? Yes. It's basically an encourage. There's nothing wrong with it. We get a little additional sort of collateral damage stress relief as well. Somebody's got to get the leeches. So who has a trillion diseases? I know Wade Wilson has a trillion diseases. Oh my god, it cured Wade's rabies. This is not what we needed out of you. You can't... Well, you definitely got rid of several hundred gold worth of diseases, but, you know, throwing that rabies away. I needed those rabies, man. Anybody else got a disease? You don't have a disease, so we can't do this? Or is it remove a target companion's disease? We cured every goddamn thing you have. You have a disease? You do not. Neither does Silver Sable, apparently. We should have just pilfered then. I thought you were still packing one disease, Pamela Isley, but I underestimated the efficacy of your cures. I'm sorry. I don't want to accuse you of being a snake oil salesman or anything, but you kind of look a little like a snake oil salesman. It's your pitch. It's your come-on approach. You come on so strong, Pamela Isley, that everybody has to assume you're crooked. Did we not already fight this room? How was there a... Oh, there was like a treasure chest. That was the sound of me trying to decide whether to shit or go blind, by the way. That's what that sound was. No, we can't do it. I want to do it, but if you know what, if we had level 5 weapons and armor, I would probably give it a shot. I think I would definitely give it a shot, but without the big weapons and the big armors, we're not going to have the damage, we're not going to be resilient enough against the damage, and more importantly, we already have so much friggin' stress. Well, I was coming around hoping to dodge a hallway battle, and I'm not actually going to be able to dodge a hallway battle. And since we're already coming this way, there's nothing to do now but just keep going. We got a Winston Churchill this one. We're going through hell. We may as well just keep on going. Who wants to touch the sack? Silver Sable, you like to fondle the sack? Oh, she wants to fondle the sack. Silver Sable's got a healthy libido. I'm not trying to slut shame or anything, Silver Sable. That's good. It's healthy to have a healthy libido. That's why they call it a healthy libido. How do we want to handle this? Stun? Poison? Light? We've got some options. I don't really like... You know what? I'd rather stun you. I want to prevent stress. Incoming stress, I think, is probably more important. The damage is the thing we can deal with, so we don't have to really worry about that. Solid 21 aggregate damage. That's some good poking there from Silver Sable. I gotta say, I'm really liking this team. Is that weird? That I've put together a team I'm kind of quite impressed with the dynamic here. These guys mesh well together. This is a solid team. Do we want to heal? No, let's try and kill the stress unit. Jesus Christ, Jean Grey. Does she have hysterical blindness or something of which I'm unaware? Brilliant dodge, by the way, Cultist Witch, and that's not a sarcastic brilliant dodge. That was straight up a quality move that you pulled off there. Marking Jean Grey so it can only be ignored. That's gotta piss you off when you mark somebody and be like, hey, kill that guy, and then your tank just straight up ignores it. I know how frustrating that can be. Also, Cultist Witch, you are the greatest dodger of all time. I mean, not since... I'm trying to think of somebody who played for the Dodgers. Mike Piazza! Not since Mike Piazza has there been a greater dodger. It was the best I could do on short notice. Jean Grey actually managed to find a connection without using either Tinder or Grindr. And you'd be like, why would Jean Grey be on Grindr? Oh, she's that desperate, trust me. Dodge that, by the way, you punk. And no such luck. Fate is the weapon that cuts on its own. Mr. Narrator, that doesn't make a single fucking shitting lick of sense.
Is struck. A blazing star is born.
Yeah, blazing star is born. Blah, blah, blah. Barbra Streisand obligatory joke right there. You know what, Wade? Well, it could have gone worse.
Mind that such missteps are the exception.
Not much worse, but it could have gone. You're also bleeding now. Anything else you want to do, Wade? I don't know, cut your own hand off to escape a pair of cuffs? Something like that. Or scouting. At this point, we've already found a secret room, so more scouting is just kind of icing on the cake. You know what? Eat this food, Wade. For one thing, it gets it out of our inventory. For another thing, you're slowly bleeding to death there, and I have to assume that regrowing your tiny baby hand probably is tasking on the, I don't know, the immune system. I'm not sure what physiological system would be tasked by that, but you would definitely need some mass in you, if only to get your cells to reduplicate. You'd have to eat something. Nope. I say no. Did I not just say no, Dr. Pamela Isley? Pretty sure I just said no. Well, you got off lucky, like Warren's Explorer. Okay, you got off light. Well, I would have tried to disarm that, actually, but I don't like the fact that you don't actually have to walk onto the trap to trigger the trap. It's, just being near the trap is apparently dangerous enough. I keep trying to get the stress relief with Wade, and it keeps going the other way. I'm just going to stop doing that. Twice at 70%, though? That's like a 15% chance of failing both of those, Wade. 1 in 7, roughly? Way to find a way to buck the odds. We're definitely going stun here. 2 stress-causing units, one of which will also give us diseases. No thank you. No thank you. Let's just sit back and let Silver Sable do some work. Ren for the old gods. Unless it criticals, we don't have to even care about Ren for the old gods. It just doesn't do enough damage. Mace to the face, Pamela Isley says, not today, sir. Here comes Wade with the overhand hue. 24 total damage, pretty solid. We don't really need healed. So Jean Grey is just going to go ahead and have an attack be dodged, because that's what Jean Grey does. Honestly, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Probably a disease. Oh, just some stress. Oh, our Plague Doctor resisted the disease. Not going to resist the stress, though. Yep, that's the thing. 23 from a single shot? God damn, that's a lot of stress. Give me the Plague Bomb. I want Mr. Pigman back there dead. 5 damage. He has 5 health. Jean, please. God, what is... Okay, there is definitely something wrong with Jean Grey. She is missing that attack way, 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 way too often. Also, Wade Wilson sort of has to heal at this point. Butcher's Cut. As long as it doesn't critical, I don't care. Yeah, how do you like that, Pigman?
This is how a life.
You may be able to dodge everything in the world, Cultist Witch, but you can't dodge our poison. And you are afflicted? Fantastic. Ho 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 ho! Who's a true goddamn hero? Wade friggin' Wilson is a true goddamn hero, showing us just how stalwart he is. Oh, Wade Wilson, just when I think the chips are down and things can't get any worse, there you have to go and re-break my heart. Wait, you didn't break my heart. You saved it. Never mind, you mended my heart. There you have to go and fix my heart, Wade. Okay, you're in real fucking deep shit now, though. You've got to be fucking shitting me. Fucking unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I blame you for this, Jean Grey, by the way. This is all your fault. Because every single...
Masterfully executed.
Fuck you. That's all I'm gonna say, Jean Grey. Fuck you. Why is it every time somebody gets a virtue, they immediately get killed? Virtues are a goddamn death sentence in this game. I would have rather just been afflicted and paid to fix Wade. Now we're... Deadpool is... No, he's gone back to the pool, I guess. I don't know. Why would you let this happen, guys? Integral part of the program. We needed Deadpool. Now we gotta find a way to carry his shit back, too. Because there's no way I'm leaving these trinkets on the ground. Well, I mean, I'm leaving the health stone and the emerald. I don't give a shit about them. Is the mission over, actually? That's the question. Is it actually done, or do I have to do more room battles? You've got to be shitting me. This is why I hate complete 100% of room battles, because it's always go to every fucking room in a dungeon anyway. It should just be go to every fucking room in a dungeon, Pete. I'm getting a little salty. We do have scouting, and we know we're not going to encounter any barricades, so I'm going to throw that shovel on the floor and pick up the focus ring. We could eat all of our food and just hope we don't get a hunger prompt. How we're going to win one more room battle without Wade Wilson, though, it's going to be a pretty neat trick. Also, considering half of your abilities won't work, and if we move you forward, you can heal. I don't want to bail out, though. I mean, we've come so far and fought so hard. In the end, it's not going to really matter.
The path is clear. We require.
But I don't want to go out like a Linkin Park song. No, what? No, eat all the food. We're eating all the food. We'll try it. We can run away mid-combat if shit goes pear-shaped. Shit is almost certain to go pear-shaped, by the way. But we got to do this, guys. We got to win this one. We got to win this one for Wade. Although, you know, they say Wade Wilson can't truly be killed. Maybe, just maybe, Wade Wilson is one hero who will circle back. Please, Poison Ivy, don't do something ridiculously stupid at the 11th hour. I think we've got ridiculously stupid already covered for this mission. We don't need to double down on that shit. Darkest Dungeon, eat my dick. All of it.
To fall for such a little thing.
Unfucking
A bite
believable.
of bread.
Unfucking believable. We had to go 4 friggin' tiles. 4 tiles is all we had to do. We had to go 4 tiles. Couldn't get 4 tiles out of it. Alright, we gotta do some ability swapping here. Silver Sable, you're probably the one person whose abilities are actually on par, but since I fucked it up earlier, might as well go ahead and do this while we're... Otherwise, I'm just going to forget again. You have Incision, but it's at a terrible rank. Blinding Gas is not going to work. Plague Grenade is not going to work. We can Noxious Blast from the 2nd spot. We can't Battlefield Medicine from the 2nd spot, only the 3rd. Having Jean Grey in the 1st slot, though, feels sort of like it's tantamount to suicide. She can't do anything. She could Divine Comfort is the only thing she could do from that. No, we're gonna have to roll like this. Alright, please, Darkest Dungeon, you've kind of shafted me pretty goddamn hard here. Could you go easy on me with this last fight? Not really, but go fuck yourself. Okay, well, we're just gonna be throwing Blight Bombs then, because that's all we can do is throw Blight at whatever is in the first 2 positions. Silver Sable, all of our deep damage is going to have to be up. Never mind. You can't hit any of those slots from the 1st position either. So it's all up to old Jean Grey, who has missed upwards of 6,000 times so far already. There's no way we don't walk out of this with at least an Affliction and possibly a dead Poison Ivy. That was a really clutch dodge, Poison Ivy. This is going to hurt, though. Poison Ivy is not yet on death's door, still holding on. Silver Sable contributing some big-time performance when we desperately needed it. Man, Pamela knows, she knows the chips are down and that the shit is about to hit the fan. She knows the... Okay, now she's on death's door.
Teetering on the brink.
It's good that she resisted the blight. Hey, Jean Grey, you want to patch her up here? Please? No? Oh, God. Not a... I fucking hate you, Darkest Dungeon. I fucking hate you. Every single person attacked the same guy, and now Jean Grey literally can't do anything. Silver Sable has to try and win this entire fight. We should run away. You cost me 2 of my greatest warriors. Wait, I hate... Champion dungeons are just pointless. They're really foolish to do. They're a bad investment. And Jean Grey will be afflicted shortly, so that'll be fun. Now go ahead and keep healing, because it's all you got. I can't believe we didn't resist even a single death blow here. We got hit twice while on death's door, and both times it was fucking fatal.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Well, you'll probably die too then, because you're blighted. Oh, and afflicted. Fantastic. Well, you're definitely dead now. You got a virtue. That's it. You're dead. Nope, she'll die. This is gonna be death blow.
As life ebbs, terrible
Your skin burns. No, don't worry, Jean Grey. You're fucking dead. That's all there is. Nobody gets a virtue and gets out of a dungeon alive. It just doesn't happen. We're gonna lose 3 level 6 seekers on a medium dungeon. That's fucking fantastic. Also, now we have to find a way to get Pamela Isley, and we also have to hire another plague doctor. Well, Jean Grey's gonna die right here. What a surprise! Unfucking believable. Abso-fucking-lutely unfucking believable. I hate everything. I hate all of you. I hate everything. We're not even gonna get anything out of this mission because I'm gonna have to spend all of my inventory slots carrying dead people's gear back to town. I mean, we can't... Some of this stuff we simply can't leave. It has to come home with us. What am I going to throw on the ground? The money? No, I'm going to get rid of 4 busts because I have to have that. I have to free up 2 more inventory slots at a minimum. Well, what's it going to be? Cash or prizes? Portraits, I think. And gold. I'm giving up 1,500 gold. I hate this mission and everything it stands for. Unbelievable. Absolutely. That's just the fucking worst goddamn luck of all time. That's just... We might as well have fought the Shambler. If we were going to lose 3 heroes, we may as well have just gone for this fight, the Shambler fight.
You are doing just work.
Oh, shut up, Mr. Narrator. I hate you and I hate everything you stand for, and I just want to kick somebody in the dick right now, and you're looking like a pretty good target. Absolute bullshit. This is why level 5 dungeons just... They seem like a bad investment of your time. You spend time getting Seekers leveled up, and then they just get killed. What's the point? You'd be better off to just not use them and only ever go into the darkest dungeon. Staying in medium-length missions until you get up. You should go in exactly enough champion dungeons to get to rank 6, and then just never do anything else ever again. Party gains minus 15% virtue chance on the next quest. You know what? Good. Every time somebody gets a virtue, they get killed. I think if we go back and review the footage of this playthrough, literally every time someone has gotten a virtue, they have been immediately killed. I think in 100% of cases it has held true so far. A virtue is a goddamn death sentence. As soon as you get it, you just get your head cut off. I would take an affliction 10 out of 10 times. Oh, Silver Sable's a legendary grave robber. Yeah, she's a goddamn legend for managing to come back from that mission alive when literally every other single person fucking died. How about some replacements then? Not as such. We could get a replacement highwayman, but we don't really need a highwayman. We've already got Dick Grayson. Well, so we're down a Vestal, which sucks, although we do have another Vestal in training, I guess, so hooray. You know, it was Jean Grey. I'm sensing that something cyclical going on here. Everybody but Pamela Isley is going to be back. Do we have another plague doctor, by the way? Oh, we got Patrick Mulligan, a.k.a. Toxin. I'm sensing a rebirth, though. Pamela Isley has returned from the dead. Jean Grey returned from the dead. Wade Wilson literally can't be killed. What if they come back? It could happen. It's not going to happen right now because all of this shit sucks. We're not recruiting any of these people. It's not like Jean Grey is going to come back as a jester. That's not going to happen. Arguably, she was a jester before she got killed, but I'm real salty about that mission. Real salty. So salty, in fact, that, I don't know, I'm going to go try and drink about a gallon of water to try and flush the brine out of my system unless my blood pressure spiked to like 280 over 190 and just I stroke out and my brain explodes like I'm extra in Scanners. If you enjoyed the episode and the catastrophic terrible luck, you might consider dropping a like down in the comments section if you enjoyed laughing at my pain. Might also consider subscribing as well if you want to see more desperately horrible luck, because every time I set foot into a champion level dungeon, everything that could possibly go wrong seems to go wrong. As soon as one of the bolts gets loose, the wheels just all fly off. I'm done. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.